When the Wright brothers flew the world's first airplane in 1903, most people thought it was impossible. Flying was always seen as fantasy, a dream beyond human reach. But what if the history books are hiding something much older? What if thousands of years ago, ancient civilizations had already discovered the secrets of flight? In the dense rainforests of Colombia, archaeologists uncovered an ancient civilization known as the Quimbaya. These people lived over 1,000 years ago and were highly skilled in working with gold and copper. They created jewelry, ornaments, and intricate objects with such perfection that even modern craftsmen admire their precision. But in 1965, researchers digging in the Quimbaya region discovered a chest filled with gold artifacts. Among the jewelry and decorative objects, there was something no one expected: a small, golden figure that looked astonishingly like a modern airplane. At first, experts dismissed it as an insect or bird-shaped trinket, but when aerodynamics specialists examined it, the details told a very different story. The model had an upright tail fin, something no insect or bird has. In aircraft engineering, this is called a rudder, used to control the direction of a plane. Its wings were also attached low on the body, not on top like birds and insects. These lower wings are identical to what we now call ailerons, the very parts that allow airplanes to roll and turn. The body itself was streamlined for reduced air resistance, an aerodynamic design far beyond its time. If this was just a toy, why would ancient craftsmen include such advanced details? Could this tiny golden model be a replica of a real flying machine? Was the Quimbaya civilization experimenting with aircraft thousands of years before modern aviation? The mysteries don't end in South America. Over 5,000 kilometers away, in Egypt, another secret hides in stone. About 550 kilometers from Cairo stands the Temple of Seti I. Like many Egyptian monuments, its walls are covered in hieroglyphics, messages carved in stone thousands of years ago. But one section of hieroglyphs stunned the world. In the 1,990 seconds, Egyptologist Dr. Ruth Hover noticed a broken fragment lying on the temple floor. When she placed the fragment back into its original place, an incredible image was revealed. The carvings showed what looked like modern vehicles: a helicopter, an airplane with a rudder, a submarine-shaped object, and even something resembling a futuristic spacecraft. How could people 2,000 years ago depict technology that wasn't invented until the last century? Were these carvings proof that the ancient Egyptians had knowledge of flight and advanced machinery? Some researchers even suggest that the carvings might represent technologies we have not yet developed, machines of the future. And Egypt holds even more evidence. Near the oldest pyramid, the Step Pyramid of Djoser, archaeologists found a wooden artifact shaped like a bird. At first it seemed simple, but experts soon realized its wings and body were designed with aerodynamic precision. Simon Anderson, an aerodynamics specialist, built a larger replica of the model to test it in flight. The first test revealed something missing. The model had no tail, but closer inspection showed marks where a tail might once have been attached. When Simon added a tail and tested it again, the results were astonishing. The model flew like a modern glider, proving its design was perfect for flight. Could it be that the ancient Egyptians not only imagined flying but actually experimented with it? These discoveries, the Quimbaya airplane model, the strange hieroglyphs of the Temple of Seti, and the wooden bird of Saqqara, raise the same question. How did ancient civilizations know about technologies that would not exist for thousands of years? Were they experimenting with early aircraft? Or could they have had contact with something or someone far beyond this world? Were they experimenting with early aircraft? Or could they have had contact with something or someone far beyond this world? Some researchers believe that these ancient designs are not accidents at all. They argue that humanity has experienced forgotten chapters of history, times when advanced knowledge was discovered, used, and then lost through catastrophic events like floods, wars, or natural disasters. What remains are fragments, small artifacts, cryptic carvings, and strange models that point toward technologies far ahead of their time. Consider this. The Quimbaya artifact was made from an alloy of gold and copper with extreme precision. To work with metals at such a detailed scale, ancient people needed not only craftsmanship but also scientific understanding of weight balance, symmetry, and design. Could this have been reverse engineered from something they witnessed in the skies? In Egypt, too, the evidence is layered with mystery. The hieroglyphs of the Temple of Seti do not stand alone. Other sites, scattered across the Nile Valley, depict winged objects and figures rising into the heavens. Were these simply symbols of gods ascending, or did they reflect something the people actually saw? If these were only myths, why do the designs so closely resemble real machines we use today? Across the world, in India, ancient Sanskrit texts like the Vedas and the Mahabharata describe flying chariots called vimanas. These were not just poetic stories, but detailed descriptions of machines that could soar through the skies, powered by engines and guided with precision. Some accounts even speak of aerial battles fought with weapons that sound eerily like modern missiles. Are these myths, or are they echoes of a forgotten age of aviation? Even in the Americas, legends from the Mayan and Aztec civilizations tell of sky gods descending in great vehicles of fire and smoke. In their codices, strange winged objects are drawn that look more like spacecraft than symbolic birds. Could it be that cultures separated by oceans and centuries all shared a hidden memory of something they once witnessed? Machines, aircraft, or visitors from beyond? Skeptics argue that humans are simply seeing what they want to see, interpreting ancient symbols through a modern lens. But can coincidence truly explain why civilizations oceans apart depicted objects that so closely resemble airplanes, helicopters, submarines, and gliders? At what point does coincidence become evidence? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. Maybe these ancient civilizations experimented with early flight, building models, testing gliders, and learning from observation of nature. Or perhaps they were given glimpses of technology beyond their age, passed down through lost knowledge, or revealed by encounters with something unknown. As each artifact emerges from the soil, as each broken stone is pieced back together, the story becomes harder to ignore. Human history may not be a straight line from primitive to advanced. Instead, it might be a cycle of discovery, destruction, and rediscovery. And maybe, just maybe, we are not the first civilization on Earth to dream of ruling the skies. For centuries, historians have taught us that flight began in 1903, But when you look at these artifacts, the possibility emerges that humans may have unlocked this mystery long before the Wright brothers. Maybe the dream of flight is not as modern as we believe. Maybe our ancestors had already touched the skies. The truth may still be hidden beneath layers of history, waiting to be discovered. And every strange artifact, every ancient carving, and every mysterious model brings us one step closer to rewriting what we thought we knew about the past.